in today's New York Times, and also the interview that just took place. Facebook's co-founder, Chris Hughes, someone who's been on our program many a times, calling for the breakup now of the tech giant. He wrote a lengthy opinion piece published in the paper today. Hughes says while he hasn't worked at the company in a decade, he feels, in his words, quote, a sense of anger and responsibility. He writes in part, we are a nation with a tradition of reining in monopolies. No matter how well intentioned the leaders of those companies may be, Mark's power is unprecedented, and he says un-American, guys. And those are powerful words to hear from the founder of a company who's obviously had an enormous amount of success, financial success as a result of this, been able to pursue all sorts of philanthropic efforts. He's never been this outspoken about Facebook before.
Well, he was Zuckerberg's sophomore roommate in college.
Talks about Mark
talks about
very
his friends.
personally.
And he says, Mark is a good, kind person, but I'm angry that his focus on growth led him to sacrifice security and civility for clicks. I'm disappointed in myself, Chris Hughes says, and the early Facebook team for not thinking more about how the news feed algorithm could change our culture, influence elections, and empower nationalist leaders. And I'm worried that Mark has surrounded himself with a team that reinforces his beliefs instead of challenging them.
Right.
I guess the question is, why do this publicly instead of talking
Well, look,
to
we've heard the same kind of thing from Sean.
himself?
We've heard from Sean Parker about 2 years ago. He made the mental health issue. He made mental health a huge issue for his own philanthropy, and said that Facebook poses a huge challenge to mental health in this country. And now you see others coming out. It's funny, when I first saw the op-ed, I thought, is this Chris Cox, who just left Facebook, which is Mark's other good friend? Of course, Chris Cox has not come out and publicly said anything like this before. But I do think there is a sense inside the Valley, a sense of misgiving, if you will, about some of what these products have done and what they're creating. So now what that ultimately does is change the debate in Washington. I don't know. Right? And does anybody stop using Facebook because of it? That's the bigger question.